सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां दयाकरं दयाकारं दान्तं धर्मप्रवर्तकं प्रणमामि दयानन्दं मदाचार्यवरं परम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। उपाधिस्थोपि तद्धर्मैः अलिप्तः मुनिः तिष्ठेत्. The contemplative person, who is that? Munihi. Upadhisthopi. The upadhi doesn't have to drop. In fact, the upadhi is immediately falsified in the wake of this knowledge. There is no upadhi, and there is no upadhi other than me. This is understood, and this upadhi is a value added plus upon what? Upon consciousness. And who is this consciousness? The neighbor. No, myself. Okay. So therefore, this munihi means mananashilatvat munihi, the one who has the capacity to contemplate. May this muni, may this person, what should this person do? Aliptaha tishthet. This, not even may, even though it gives the sense of may, it means definitely will stay unaffected. Asangaha tishthet, unaffected. Aliptaha means without, even though one is in the world. Because you see, wherever you go, if you are a muni, if you go to where? You go to Himalayas, there also you have to deal with people, you know. Yeah. You don't think you will be the only one. Don't think because you will be the only one and you don't have to deal with people. Such a thing is not there at all. You have to deal with, wherever you go, there will be people. Wherever you go, this is what will be there. You have to deal with the people. And so, even if one is a jnani, one has to deal with all the people that are there. So therefore, you cannot say that I'm not going to deal with the world because the world is full of sorrow, and so what will I do? Escape. This is not Atmajnanam. Atmajnanam and escapism have nothing in common, even though on the surface the jnani might look like a person who is sick of samsara and who is running away. On the face of it, the jnani will want what? Only solitude. And the one who is running away also wants what? Solitude. But the motive is different. The jnani's motive for wanting solitude is not because you can come here, sit in front. The jnani's motive for running away is not because she or he is sick of the world. The other person wants solitude because they cannot deal with the people. The jnani is one who doesn't have to be dealt with by the people. This is a very different thing. It's a completely different thing. So the jnani naturally, because of his or her temperament, what does the jnani do? Seek the solitude. Seek solitude because there is no other thing to do other than just be with oneself. So while the jnani is being with oneself, if somebody comes and sits, the jnani is not going to say, hey, don't disturb my oneness, get away. That's not going to happen. That's the difference. And so The Jnani's love for solitude, and the person who cannot get along with people, their love for solitude is very, very different motivation. In the case of the latter, it is because of ragadvesha. It's a ragadvesha powered running away. And here there is no running away because there are no ragadveshas. They have been nicely and happily tamed. Tamed raga, tamed dvesha. Like remember the example of Krishna's what? The flute and the peacock feather. It's a tamed raga dvesha. It cannot have any, it cannot give me any problems. That kind of a raga dvesha it is. And therefore, the Jnani is among the people, upadhistho api, even though having a body, may have a house, may have a body, may have so many things, may have desires, may have things that they don't care for. North Indian Jnani, if you give idli every day, they'll say, what are you doing to me? Yeah. Yeah. Where are the puris? Where is the chapati? That is what they are going to say. Okay? And South Indian Jnani cannot start the day without a liter of sambar. Okay? And so, this is how it is. But it's not that they are attached to those things. Those are all fun ragadveshas. Ragadveshas become fun for you and for others if you can just have fun with them. So upadhistho api, even though living in the upadhi, may have a few small preferences here and there, it's okay. May like to sleep in a certain way, may like to do this, whatever. And then it is, one time we had a conference, and then two Swamis were roommates in one Acharya Sabha conference. And then it was a perfect, perfect roommates. Why? One of them, this was in a hotel, their accommodation had been arranged. One of them wanted flat, like this bed, like just wood. So what he did was he didn't know he was going to have a roommate or something like that. He just put his mattress also on the other bed. There were two beds in the room. And the other Swami came and was thrilled, hugged his Guru Bhai, hugged the Swami and said, how did you know that I want two mattresses? So nice of you. So like this, everybody was happy. So like these small preferences may be there. Some, for the sake of some comfort, something will be there. Upadhistha api na lipyate. Na lipyate. Whatever the upadhi is in the realm of the vyavaharika. So the vyavaharika sattas, actions and reactions and karma phalas do not accrue to consciousness. The Jnani is firmly situated himself or herself as consciousness. So upadhi bheda does not affect at all. And then aliptaha vyomavat munihi sarvavit moodhavat tishthet. We saw this. No need to show off anything. What is the reason? Just, and moodhavat tishthet also means not having any initiative, not taking initiative. Oh, I have to do this, I do this better than you, give me that. You are Ajnani, I'll do this better. Nothing to take an initiative. Moodhavat means just goes along with whatever people plan, whatever people do for the most part. So, like somebody says, oh, please bless us, we are reading Bhagavad Gita. Okay, tathastu, be well. No, we are doing pujas. Another group comes. We don't like Parayana. We want only puja. Should we do puja or not? Because you said tathastu and you blessed the other people who are studying Bhagavad Gita. Should we do puja or not? Please continue. Do puja. Do puja. Why are you not doing puja? Do puja. Another person says, no, we are going to study Vedanta. Please come and bless our Vedanta home study. Okay, no problem. Tell me what time, I'll be there. Does not take initiative and does not pass judgment. Oh, you should not be doing puja. What should you be doing? Vedanta study. If the Jnani were to say that, what will happen? the person will stop doing puja and won't start Vedanta. Ubhaya Bhrashta, sitting somewhere in between. And so therefore, Moodhavat Tishthet. This also is said in the Brahma Sutra. The Jnani is childlike, not childish. Very big difference. Childlike. Spontaneous, creative, happy, joyous, innocent. And so while the person is stationary, the person is aliptaha and innocent, moodhavat. And then when the person is in motion, moves about, again aliptaha, asaktaha, vayuvat charet. The person is going from place to place. And then what? Carries a lot of things from one place to another? No. The person just has something, whatever it is, the person has whatever they need, they can have, and then the rest is left behind. Why? Because there is full confidence. I am with Bhagavan, I am one with Bhagavan, and so whatever I need will appear in the next place also. So that's why when people give Swami's things, they give a caveat. At least this is what I have experienced. You should not give this to anybody for at least 1 year. So what will the Swami say? I can't promise. I can't promise. And so like this, the person is free. That is the idea. Then the next verse, this is the from verses number, let me show you. The Jivan Mukti was discussed. Verses number 48 to 51 is Jivan Mukti. Verse number 52 is what is called Videha Mukti, answering the question, what happens to the Jnani after the body falls, after the Prarabdha goes away. Upadhi vilayad Vishnau Nirvishesham Vishen Munihi Jale Jalam Viyadvyomni Tejas Tejasi Vayatha Upadhi Vilayad Vishnau Nirvishesham Vishen Munihi Jale Jalam Viyadvyomni Tejas Tejasi Vayatha. Upadhi Vilayat, when the body goes. Vilaya means when it goes into pralaya, means it is no longer, the person leaves the body, the Jnani leaves the body. Vishnau Vishet Munihi. What happens to the Munihi? What happens to the Jnani? Vishnau Vishet. Vishet, wish to enter. Okay, not W-I-S-H. That's English. Wish. Sanskrit, wish to enter. Nirvishesham Vishet Munihi. Nirvishesham means without any residue. Nirvishesham. There is no residue. And so the Atma that was pretending to be a Jiva while the Jnani was alive, having all the accoutrements of Jivatvam, Parichinnatvam, etc., going about its day, but not affected by this Parichinnatvam. The Jnani lived as though in this body without being affected by the body-mind-sense complex. When the body drops, what happens to the Atma of the Jnani? The Atma of the Jnani was already one with Vishnu, all-pervasive one. And then now it's only Vishnu, there is nothing else to talk about. There is no separation, and then neither is there a merger. Two companies are merging so that they can make a lot of money. And so, and all the employees now will have new uniforms, and they will have new badges, and they will say, it's a big thing, pardon us while we complete the merger, and the email accounts have to be merged, and the offices have to be merged, and extra people have to be got rid of, because the same people are doing the same work in different companies, and when the two companies come together, so many people will lose their jobs. All that will take 6 months. Pardon us, and whatever inconvenience is there, pardon us. Like this, the person will, the website will say, it will take 6 months. Here it doesn't take even 1 minute. Why? Because the person is already Vishnu, non-separate from Vishnu. While when? While living. That is what Jivan Mukti, lives as Bhagavan. No problems at all. The body is just a added, value added plus, nothing else. And then after the body drops, then the person continues to be worshipped without the body as what? Bhagavan. Already was worshipped as Bhagavan, continues to worship. And this merger, what is it like, is given very beautifully. Jale jalam. Jale, in the water. Jalam. So the first jale is the locus. Always seventh case, location, locus. So first jala is locus for the second jala. So we can imagine, a very nice imagery is given here. In the olden days, you would lower a pot to which the rope was tied and the rope was put over the pulley, and you would lower the pot into the well. And the pot is going in, and then it fills up with water. This is just the minute before you start pulling it up. Now what is there? Well water is there, jale, and then pot water now has got a separate kind of an entity here. The pot water is also where? In the well water only, but now I am separating it out. And so let's say I start pulling, and then the pot has been in operation for a long time. It is slowly becoming a crack pot. Maybe it had already become a crack pot, and now what? The pot decides to break while I am pulling. What happens to the water? Yeah. And while, if the pot breaks while it is still underwater, where is the merger? As though merger, because as though separation, as though merger, no real merger. Jale means in the jala, the locus here is the samashti, and the second jala, jalam, is what? The vyashti. The vyashti goes into the samashti like the pot getting broken. Just as it's filled up and it's about to be pulled up from the well, the pot breaks, and the so-called well water, so-called pot water becomes what? Well water. And then next one, jale jalam viyat vyomni. Viyat is what is in, see, since the order is reversed, we have to see what is in seventh case. Vyomni, in the space. Viyat, another word for space. Vyat vyomni, space is merging into space. When does that happen? Again, when we have a pot. Now the pot is not full of water. What is it full of? Space. What kind of space? Pot space. So the pot space, again I am playing with the pot, I am juggling 3 pots, let us say, and then pot breaks. What happened to the space? As though merges. Was it ever separate? No. As though merges, vyat vyomni. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there is a very nice verse talking about Kumbhaka, Rechaka, all this. There is a very nice verse. How does that go? Shunye shunyam, something like that it goes. Shunye shunyam, and then Purne Purnam. I'll look it up and let you know in the next class. Purne Purnam Ivarnave. Purne Purnaha Kumbhaha Ivarnave. Purne means in the fullness of what? Arnava, the ocean. And this fullness of the pot is the same as the fullness of the ocean. This is all talking about the breath. It's exactly what the meditation we did this morning. So when the breath is full, and then so Purne, Purnaha, and then it's not separate from the air surrounding it, and in the emptiness also, Shunye, Shunyaha, Kumbhaha, Ivambare. Ambare means in the space. So in the space also, the pot space and space has no difference, and pot water and then well water or ocean water also are non-different. Tejasi what? Tejaha, tejasi. Again the order is reversed here. So tejasi. So the fire into fire. So then you take a match and then you light the fire, and then what? You throw the lighted match back into the fire. It's like that. There is no real merger to speak of. Why is there no, now that we have understood the verse, why is there no merger to speak of? Because at the time of knowledge, what happens? The sanchita karma nasha takes place. What is sanchita karma? All the karma collected forever and ever is gone. Sanchita karma gone. And then what else is left? Agami karma gone. Where does the agami karma go? To the students who either do ninda or the stuti of the jnani. So the agami punya, whatever punya the jnani has collected, goes to the students who are surrendered to them. And whatever papa, some accidental papa like stepping on a small bug or something, or people get hurt sometimes even without the jnani's fault, whatever it is. So all that, where does that akasmat, accrued by mistake, accrued papas, accidentally accrued papas, where do they go? They go to the people who say bad mouth the jnani. So what should I learn from this? I should learn that since I don't know whether somebody is a jnani or not, better keep my mouth closed. Yes. Because I don't want any more papa. I have enough papa. I don't want to take on jnani's papa also. That is, I don't want anybody else's papa. I have enough papa to deal with. This should be my lesson from this. And then, so sanchita karma gone, prarabdha karma, it goes at the end of the life. And then agami karma gone, sanchita karma gone, prarabdha karma is as good as gone, because the person doesn't identify with the body. All karmas are gone. So therefore, at the time of death, the body is left for everybody to see and dispose of through cremation, through burial. And then what else is there? Sukshma Sharira. What happens to the Sukshma Sharira? Goes and joins the Sukshma elements. The physical body goes and joins the physical elements. What about Karana Sharira? The Karana Sharira, there is only one aspect of the Karana Sharira for the Jnani. We saw that earlier in this very text. What is that aspect? Moola Avidya. Yeah. Samashti Avidya, Moola Avidya, through which there is Laya. That only is there. So the Karana Sharira, the other part of the Karana Sharira, Tula Avidya, in the form of the non-knowing of myself as Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that Avidya has already been destroyed. So the Karana Sharira also resolves, because there is no Karana, there is no cause for rebirth. There is just a general Avidya which is unopposed to knowledge. No, but why does that general avidya not go for the jnani? Because otherwise the jnani will be like this all the time, can't go to sleep also. Jnani has a badhita karana sharira, because of which he or she can go to sleep, can take rest. So this is what because in sleep what happens? Everybody is one with the karana sharira. In the case of the ajnani, karana sharira has part A and part B. In the case of the jnani, only part A, no part B. So then that avidya joins the samashti avidya. There is nothing there for the jnani to come back. No desires are there to come back. No something, oh, I have to take care of this person. This person, has caused me so much problem. Next life I am going to come back and get you. That is not there. No vengeance is there. No raga is there. No desires are there, and then no karya is there. Karya means the person is kritakritya. Whatever has been needing to be done has already been accomplished. There is no more further to accomplish. Nothing is there left to accomplish. So therefore, the Jnani will not come back. No desire to have more karya. And any unfinished business is the only business is Atmajnanam is the only Swadharma that has already been done, accomplished. So therefore, there is no reason to come back. That is the idea. Then the next 2-3 verses do the stuti of this jnanam and to understand this Brahman as the ultimate. Yallabhanna paro labhah, yallabhanna paro labhah, yat sukhanna param sukham, yajnananna param jnanam, tad brahmetyavadharayet. 54. Yadrishtva na param drishyam, yadbhutva na punarbhavah, yajñātvā na param jñeyam, tad brahmetyavadharayet. Tiryagurdhvamadhav purnam, Satchidanandamadvayam, Anantam nityamekam yat, tad brahmetyavadharayet. Atadvyavriti rupena, Vedantairlakshate dvayam, Akhandanandamekam yat, tad brahmetyavadharayet. So up till then, all this stuti of this vidya and how to not go away from this vidya, all is given at the same time. 53, a lot of sandhis are there, so we have to be careful. Yallabhat, yat labhat, gaining which, na aparaha labhaha, we have to add vidyate, is. There is no greater gain after gaining this, meaning the quest comes to an end. In samsara, the quest never comes to an end. It's a never ending quest. I gain this, am I happy? Yeah, for 2 minutes. After that, what? Again restlessness, again looking here, looking there, going here, going there, wanting this, wanting that, again letting go of whatever I have gained because it's of no use. So I throw that and then on to the next new shiny thing. Like a magpie. Magpie is like a bird which looks like a crow, black color. But how do you distinguish magpie from crow? Anything shiny it takes and takes to its nest. It must have been a human being in the last life. Definitely. It doesn't care. Whatever is there. It will even come through the window, and then if any gold ornament or some shiny thing is there, it will come through the balcony of the flat even and just take it. It wants it all for itself. And in that small nest, when it, when that nest of the magpie is seen, it's like the lost and found of the whole city in that nest. And it's disappointed. The idea is, when you think about the magpie's mind, it is disappointed because what was it that attracted it? The shiny thing, object, a small ring, a chain, something shiny, some trophy which the child got in some competition, sports competition, some academic competition. Again, takes that shiny thing, puts it in its dark nest. Is the object shiny again? No. it's dull. And he says, I want more shiny things. This is exactly the human being. As soon as you make something yours, it suffocates. It's like taking the air out of it fully, making it lifeless. If you want to make something lifeless, own it. And same thing, if you buy something also, in the shop it looks so good. Look at that, how nice it is. Bring it here, and then that's why the expression buyer's remorse. Nothing like the buyer's remorse. Okay, if it's a few hundred rupees, you can console yourself, all right. But if it's like a car, if it's like a big car that you have purchased, you always wanted this car again. This only I want. You lived for that car, you saved for that car, bought the car, and then suddenly it looks to be bekar to you. Why? Because there is a certain kind of a satiety that happens even in the buying process. When you save for something, when you work hard for something, when it's about to become yours, there is actually a certain tripti that comes. But it's a silent tripti that is not recognized until after the money has exchanged the hands. To the car dealership, you have written the down payment check. And then after that, why did I do this? I should have known better. Why did I do this? Why did I buy this car? I'm a Vedantin, I should have known. Why did I buy this house? Please, I want to absolve myself. I thought I bought this, I'll have a bigger house. Why did you want a bigger house? I thought all the children and grandchildren will come and stay forever. Where are the children? Abroad. Where are the grandchildren? Abroad. Okay, so how long will they come, even if they come? For a few days. Okay. But then here you are with a 10-bedroom house. What are you going to do? Nobody will buy it also. You can't sell it back because it's your dream house. Why will somebody buy your dream house? They have their own dream house to buy. Your dream house becomes a nightmare now after a few years. So there is this buyer's remorse and there is this non-fulfillment which keeps one going like this, like a relentlessly going. And it's consumerism that drives the person beyond sanity. And then what happens? After that, there is regret, sorrow. But gaining Brahman, there is no sorrow. Why? Because you haven't lifted a finger to gain it. All the hard work was done by the acharyas, yeah. Yeah. This is because this is not a Buddhist class. Buddhist acharyas we are very envious of. Because you know what they do? They'll just come and give one kovan. When the redwood in the forest falls, redwood means big tree, will it make a sound when there is nobody there? Teacher, wait, master, what? Om Purnamadaha, etc. And the master walks away. You have to sit and beat your head. What did the master mean? You have to do so much mananam even before Shravanam. You have to do mananam. Here it's not like that. Shravanam, 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 completely. So this is exactly the situation. So here, for gain of Brahman, you don't have to lift a finger. You just have to come and sit, and the knowledge is given effortlessly. Why? Because that Brahman happens to be you. If the Brahman was not you, no Acharya, including Brahmaji himself, would have been able to communicate this knowledge effortlessly. Everything that is not you requires effort to actualize. Here there is nothing to actualize because actually what? You are Brahman. You didn't know it, and the avidya has to be driven away with the broom of the Shastra. The whole class is just a clean-up of avidya and all the mess her children have made. Yeah, avidya is a very indulgent mother. She doesn't discipline kama, krodha, and she doesn't discipline karma phala. She doesn't discipline anything. So the children leave a mess. And then Vedanta Shastra, the Shruti is like a broom that goes into the smallest corners of the Antahkarana, sweeps everything out, and then when the Antahkarana is cleaned out, clean as a whistle, Brahman by itself shines, as we saw in verse number 4, Megha apaye, Megha apaye, Amshumaniva, it shines. So your own glory is with you, still you are searching for it. So therefore, once this is gained, the quest itself comes to an end. And then what else is there? Yat sukhat na param sukham. No other happiness. Why? Because we have seen this yesterday also in great detail, in the day before yesterday, that the happiness is all what? The happiness is you, centered on you. That is what the happiness is on. It's not centered on you, it is centered on you only. And so this happiness is just as though uncovered. It was as though covered because of the proliferation of ignorance and its children, raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, everything. And then now that they are all gone, it is as though discovered. And that sukha, there is no other sukha. After Brahman, you cannot say, now I want to do something in order to be happy. If you say that, that means what? You don't yet know Brahman. Yat sukhat na param sukham. This we have already seen the last line. Yat jnanat na param jnanam. Because there is no other knowledge. Because every other knowledge will give only partial. You cannot teach anything completely. That's why there are so many PhDs. And after the last PhD, how do you get the next PhD? You criticize that PhD and make yourself another PhD. That's how it is. There is no end to knowledge, there is no end to divisions, there is no end to specialities, specializations. You can't teach anything, you can't give anything completely other than Brahman, honestly. Even sweet, how are you going to communicate? Now we are hearing some radio bursts from some planet in the outer space, not in the solar system. Maybe they are trying to communicate with us, but we are too stupid to understand what they are saying. We don't know what they are telling us. Now let's say they come and visit, and because they are guests from outer space, you offer them gulab jamuns. They will ask in sign language, what is this? Sweet. What? How are you going to explain? Sweet. Eat and see, you have to say, that's all you can say. There is no words to explain. You can't explain sweet. You can't explain salty. You can't explain many things. But Brahman I can totally explain. It's the only thing that is given totally without any shesha residue being kept back. It is said that even the best musician will not teach the finer points of the vadya, the instrument, or the song. They will not teach. Why? They are somewhere insecure that the student will outshine the master. Here there is nothing to be kept back. Why? Because there is no parts. You can't keep anything back. And here the teacher is delighted if the Shishya outshines the teacher as another teacher. It's amazing. Why? Because the Shishya is nothing but himself, herself. In fact, we want that to happen. And so therefore there is nothing more to be known, because this is the only thing that can be known. Every other knowledge leaves you wanting. Every other knowledge is partial, not this knowledge. Then the next one. Yad drishtva na aparam drishyam. Drishyam, that which is seen. Many places to see in this world. What are they called? Wonders of the world. Before there were only 7. But now there are many, many, many wonders of the world. You go there and you see, click one photo, Leaning Tower of, what is that called? Pisa. Pisa, leaning tower. And then you stand in front of it, take one selfie, one arm around the tower. You can take one selfie and then you can come back, okay, check. Italy, done. You see a few other places. Then you go to South America, then you go to Machu Picchu, very, very wonderful place. And then also you take a few photos among the rare air. Okay, the air is very rare, very high above the sea level. And so you take some pictures and then you come back. Everywhere you go, there is one more thing to see. That's why the travel agencies continue to make money, because some person or the other will be interested in what that they have to offer, and the same person will keep on going repeatedly to either the same place or other places again. Same place. The person may go, or another person may go to that same place, and that's why all these things are always very crowded. And when you come back from the holiday, you need a holiday from the holiday. So, like this, no matter how many places you see, there will always be something more to see, because this Jagat is vast. If you are very rich, and if you have exhausted all the places in the Jagat, what do? You take a SpaceX, a flight into space, a flight into nowhere. It just goes into space, does one little pradakshina, comes back. That's all it does. Doesn't do anything else. Here for free, you can just look up, that's all. Yeah. Or you can go to the bottom of the ocean in what is called submarine. Somewhere you go and glub, 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 it comes back, you also come back. Ye kya hai? And then that's all you can do. And there is always some place to go, because that restlessness is there, and the Jagat obliges for every restless traveler, every person with wanderlust, there is a place to go. But here, Brahma Darshanat, after seeing means knowing, abiding in this holiday home, finally I went from place to place. I wanted a place to settle. I could not find any place that I'd like to settle. Every place had a problem. One place finally I came. I did not want to leave. I do not want to go anywhere. That is my real home. It is called Om. When Om is my home, all wanderlust retreats. I have to go here, I have to have that experience, I have to stand under a waterfall. Why? Why you want to stand under a waterfall? Yeah. You have a shower in the bathroom, okay, enough. Yeah, just imagine that 100 times. That's the waterfall. Yeah. Simply all these things, what should I say, mental constructs one has. Seeing means understanding oneself as Brahman. There is no more wanderlust, no more place to go. Yad bhutva, becoming which, meaning being which, understanding I am this Brahman, na punarbhavaha. There is no more becoming, no more coming, no more going. Yata yataha stops. Yata means going, ayata means coming back. No coming back. After knowing Brahman, no coming back. No, but I want to come back. All right, put a full stop, stop studying Vedanta, okay? Then it will assure that you will come back. Yeah. Full reassurance is there. Lord Yama has given samrityoho mrityum apnoti yaha naneva pashyati. Yaha nana iva pashyati. The Upanishad is so polite, it doesn't even say nana pashyati, because there is no nana. Nana means many and varied, duality is not there. The one who as though sees duality, nana iva pashyati, saha what? That person, mrityoho mrityum apnoti. Welcome to not rebirth, redeath, redeath, redeath. Then you say, no, one death is itself hard to take. I don't want any more deaths. The Lord Yama knows how to make fun of himself. Lord Yama knows how to give instant vairagya. How to give instant vairagya? He just comes and stands in front of you. You say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's all. Ah, one of the last stories Pujya Swamiji told as he was getting ready to transition from this life, in bed, could hardly speak. Some very beautiful stories he told, and the last one he told was about the famous sculptor, made life-like statues. And he also happened to be an astrologer. And he said, OMG, this date is not good. He saw in the future, 2-3 months later, I'm going to die according to my horror scope, scope of horrors. According to this, 2-3 months later only, my life is going to perish. I can't handle this. What to do now? And so, what did he do? He made 9 statues which looked just like himself. Standing like this, one standing like this, one like this, one like that. And then on the appointed day, Lord Yama checked his schedule on the Excel file that he has, and then he said, yeah, go get him. He sent 2 dutas. Dutas means messengers, assistants. Go get this fellow. Sculptor time finished. And then you can't get the wrong one. They are all trained to not get the wrong person. And so they went and saw. He also stood among the sculptors. He also stood like this. And the 9 other sculptures are also standing like this. Sculptor and sculpture became one. Could not, the Yamadutas circled around. They did 1 pradakshina clockwise, the 2 pradakshinas anti-clockwise, and they came and said to Lord Yama, sorry to bother you, but this needs your attention. We could not make out who this person is and where this person is, because we cannot make out. We don't want to bring the wrong thing, because that means that person will live forever, because once there is no double jeopardy. Once you cannot go back and get the same person again. And so we have to be careful. So then Yama said, okay, come along with me. I'll teach you a few tricks of the trade. And Lord Yama went, and Lord Yama was also impressed. OMG, this is something, what is happening here? So Lord Yama went a step further. He took a stick and pricked and prod. Even the sculptor standing there, still he stood without breathing, or breathing very, very softly without being heard, without moving at all, amongst all his sculptures. Then Lord Yama said, what a fine workmanship. Look at these 10 sculptures. Never have I seen such fine workmanship. They look so lifelike. Alas, the author of this wonderful work is not there. Otherwise, I would just give him so much kudos. I just wonder where he is, but he's not there. I want to appreciate him. I want to fall at his feet. I am the one who did all this. Ajao. Ajao, come. And they went off happily, ever after, ever after, ever after means after a little stay, come back, punarbhavaha, punarbhavaha, punarbhavaha. Here, yad bhutva, brahma bhutva, na punaravrittihi, no punarbhavanam, no rebirth, and then tad brahma iti avadharayet. Please ascertain that alone to be Brahman. Now the question may come, where is this Brahman? Tiryak means this way. Tiryak, horizontally. Urdhvam, up. Adhaha, niche. So, aage, piche, upar, niche. What is there? Brahman. The directions are all Brahman. Above, below, cardinal directions, Brahman. Non-cardinal directions, Brahman. Everything is limitless Brahman. Satchidananda, it is just all Satchidananda, everything, non-dual, unchanging, limitless existence that happens to be sentient, is spread everywhere as it were, without undergoing any change. Swarupa aparityagena rupantarapattihi. It has as though become many without undergoing any change, without giving up its Swarupa. Everywhere, here a Brahman, there a Brahman, everywhere Brahman, Brahman. Old Mac Jiva had to see this, has to see this. And then what else? So the Tad Brahma iti avadharayet. And the last one sums it up. How do you get this place? How do you get to this place of this avadharanam, this ascertainment? How does it take place? Atad vyavritti rupena. Vyavritti, what is that? Negation. Negation, there was another word with C that comes, I forgot, doesn't matter. Vyavritti, denying whatever it is. Vyavritti. Negating, through this process of negating, through the process of contradicting everything that we see, and through the process of seeing the finitude of everything. What is everything? Atat. Very nice. Atat. Atat means no, not tat. What is tat? What is that? Brahman. Yeah, that is Brahman. Okay, that is Brahman. Tad Brahma. So this Brahman, what do? You just, everything that is not Brahman is gained. This Brahman is gained. How? By negating everything that is not Brahman. Ab-Brahman. Atad. Atad, contradicting the Atad. Immediately, all the time contradicting the Atad. Contradicting Atad means Anatma. Brahman here, Atma. So this atasmin tad buddhihi adhyasa. Atasmin, same thing. In the not that, if I have that buddhi, like in the flower, if I have some other buddhi, if I have buddhi of snowflake, where? In the flower, because it looks like a snowflake, it would be a mistake, adhyasa. So in anatma, atma buddhi, adhyasa. Atmani, anatma buddhi, also adhyasa. These two kinds of adhyasas have to be resolved. Since we have talked about them in detail, I don't need to mention it again and again. Two kinds of adhyasa. Very briefly we'll talk about it. So first adhyasa is what? Atmani, anatma adhyasa. In the I, the not I dharma is put and seen. I am mortal. Am I mortal? No, I is never mortal. I am weak. I am small. I am a man. I am a woman. Dakshinamurti Stotra will say, Stri balandha jadopama aham iti bhranta vadati, bhrantaha vadanti. So this is the expression of bhranti. I am a woman, therefore I am weak. I am a man, therefore I am strong. I am this, I am that. All these problems, has to do with a wrong identification. Atmani, anatma adhyasa. And to make it more complete, anatmani, atma adhyasa. And what about all the things you see in the world? Are they permanent or temporary? Temporary. Over the temporary, I put permanent adhyasa. I see the permanent. House should be permanent, spouse should be permanent, everything I have should be permanent. Body should be permanent. How is that possible? Not possible at all. So this is why everything is a big mess. Because of these two adhyasas, the samsara becomes very powerful. So therefore, atad vyavritti rupena, this through the negation of this atat, this anatma as atma, vedantaihi lakshyate. What lakshyate? Advayam lakshyate. So there is a two-part thing to this. First is atadvyavritti, the negation of not I, part 1. And then understanding that the not I is I, part 2. First you have to separate and then only you can unite. Because why do I have to separate? Because like the kitten playing with the ball of wool, after 2 minutes what happens? It has become one with the wool. Atma, Anatma have become inseparable. The kitten is mewing because it is caught. Similarly, the jiva is crying because whatever they tried to pursue caught them right there. So because of this entanglement, the disentanglement has to be ascertained properly. It has to be separated. Once you separate, this is Atma, rest is Anatma, then after that you can't leave the Anatma hanging there like a fog on the river. It's hanging there, you can't leave it like that. What do you have to do? You have to bring it back as Anatma is nothing but Atma. Atma, without Atma, there is no Anatma. This is what you have to tell yourself. Anatma is mithya. What does it depend on? Atma. What else will it depend on? There is nothing else it can depend on other than Atma. So the Anatma is negated, but then it is brought back as nothing but Atma. Atma alone in a particular name form is called Anatma. Anatma resolves into Atma, rises out of Atma, sustained by Atma. Atma does not resolve into anything. This, when you see what happens, Akhandananda, what am I? So, Vedantaihi lakshyate. Lakshyate means not uchyate. Lakshyate is indicated. Advayam lakshyate. This oneness is indicated. Because this oneness cannot be taught as an object, because then the object will remain object and the subject, the knower, will remain separate from the object that is to be known. Pramata and then prameya bheda will continue to be there if it is taught as an object. It cannot be taught as an object, it can only be taught as a subject, and the subject being self-effulgent consciousness already, it is just indicated. Like the word that says temple. Temple is just a sign with the hand showing the hand, temple there. So supposing you are lost in some place, you have gone for pilgrimage, you say, where is the temple? They will point. You don't start putting garland to their hand. Oh, temple. No. The pointing is the vachyartha, and what you understood by that pointing is what? Lakshyartha. If somebody shows you the way to go somewhere where you want to go, you don't catch hold of their finger. Oh, I can't let go of you because this is how I'll know where I have to go. No, you have to actually do what they are saying. That indication is lakshyartha. It is just a pointing to what you already are, and that what you thought you were is taken away, and what you already are is shown, indicated, lakshyartha. And then tad brahma iti akhandananda. What is lakshya? What is indicated? Akhandananda ekam. Akhanda, akhandananda and eka. That which is not that which is free of dvaita, and it is that of unbridled, unprocessed, undifferentiated joy. And in the Manisha Panchakam, when we study, you will see that. Yat saukhyam buddhi lesha leshatah ime shakradayo nirvritaha. Saukhyam buddhi, in this ocean of Ananda, Shakra, Indra and his teacher Prajapati, all these people, they take lesha leshatah nirvritaha, accomplished. They have accomplished also Ananda. Why? Because of this Padavi of Indra Padavi. Indra's Padavi itself gives Ananda. You can tell people, oh, I am Indra, it's got a lot of clout. I am Prajapati, teacher of Indra, even more clout. All these people have got some happiness associated with their power, with their position. They all have some happiness. But then, ime shakradayo nirvritaha lesha leshatha. They are taking thimblefuls of this Saukhyambudi. They are taking a thimble of this ocean of happiness, which is Brahman. They are drinking it and saying, wonderful, oh, so nice. But the longing is there. I want to dip this thimble again. Why thimble? Even take bucket, even take a huge drum. Even a big drum is as good as a thimble if you don't know that you are one with that water alone. This is, and then same thing I have quoted also the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Etadhyeva anandam sarvani bhutani matrameva upajivanti. Etadhyeva anandam sarvani bhutani. All the beings just take a little bit. Why? Because they don't know Brahman. More we'll see at the 11:15 class. So today we will have question and answers at what time? 8 o'clock. And 6:30 there is a rehearsal, yes? Yeah. All of it, will I get to see the whole program? Yes? People are doubtful. 6 o'clock. Okay, I'll be there at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I'll see the whole program. And then tomorrow, 7 o'clock meditation, last meditation tomorrow. Then after that, what is that? Tomorrow is what? Friday, yeah. So tomorrow, last meditation, and then after the classes will be the program. And then Saturday, no meditation. After puja, straight away come here for valedictory function.